This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away from September to December in 2002 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Kim Hunter. She was born in November 1922 and she died in September 2002. Her age was 79 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was heart attack. Kim Hunter was an American actress who won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her portrayal of Stella Kowalski in the 1951 film adaptation of A Streetcar Named Desire. She also gained recognition for her role as Dr. Zara in the original Planet of the Apes film series. Her career spanned several decades in film, television, and theater. Whitney Blake. She was born in February 1926 and she died in September 2002. Her age was 76 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was esophageal cancer. Whitney Blake was an American actress, director, and producer. She was best known for her role as Dorothy Baxter in the 1960s sitcom Hazel. Later in her career, she transitioned to directing and producing, notably co-creating the popular series One Day at a Time. Peggy Moran. She was born in October 1918 and she died in October 2002. Her age was 84 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from injuries in a car accident. Peggy Moran was an American actress who primarily worked in B-movies during the 1930s and 1940s. She is perhaps best known for her roles in Universal horror films, including The Mummy's Hand. After a relatively brief but active career, she largely retired from acting. Teresa Graves. She was born in January 1948 and she died in October 2002. Her age was 54 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was a fire accident. Teresa Graves was an American actress and singer best known for her starring role as the first African-American woman to headline her own hour-long drama series, Get Christy Love. Prior to this, she was a regular on the sketch comedy show Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. She later became a devout Jehovah's Witness and largely retired from public life. J.R. Smith. He was born in August 1915 and he died in October 2002. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide. J.R. Smith was an American child actor, best known for his appearances in the Our Gang, Little Rascals comedy short films. He was part of the popular series from the late 1920s into the early 1930s, often playing a sidekick to the main characters. After his time with the Rascals, he largely left the entertainment industry. Billy Bird. She was born in February 1908 and she died in November 2002. Her age was 94 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was Alzheimer's disease. Billy Bird was an American character actress known for her numerous appearances in film and television, often playing elderly, feisty women. She had a long career with notable roles in the Police Academy film series and guest appearances on popular television shows like The Golden Girls. Her career spanned many decades, starting in vaudeville. LaWanda Page. She was born in October 1920 and she died in September 2002. Her age was 81 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was heart attack following complications from diabetes. LaWanda Page was an American actress and comedian, best known for her role as Aunt Esther in the popular 1970s sitcom Sanford and Son. Her distinctive voice and sharp wit made her a memorable character. She also had a career as a stand-up comedian and later appeared in films such as Friday. Jonathan Harris. He was born in November 1914 and he died in November 2002. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was blood clot in the heart. Jonathan Harris was an American actor known for his distinctive voice and often playing sophisticated, conniving characters. He is most famously remembered for his role as Dr. Zachary Smith in the science fiction television series Lost in Space. He also had a notable voice acting career in animated films and television. James Coburn. He was born in August 1928 and he died in November 2002. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. James Coburn was an American actor known for his cool demeanor, distinctive grin, and versatile performances in a wide range of films. He rose to prominence in the 1960s with roles in westerns like The Magnificent Seven and spy films like Our Man Flint. He won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1999 for his role in Affliction. Margaret Booth. She was born in January 1898 and she died in October 2002. Her age was 104 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications after suffering a stroke. Margaret Booth was an American film editor with a career spanning over 70 years, making her one of the most respected and long-serving editors in Hollywood history. She worked on numerous classic films including Mutiny on the Bounty and The Way We Were, and was known for her meticulous work. She received an Academy Honorary Award in 1999. Glenn Quinn. He was born in May 1970 and he died in December 2002. His age was 32 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was accidental drug overdose. Glenn Quinn was an Irish actor best known for his roles as Mark Healy on the sitcom Roseanne and as Ellen Frances Doyle in the supernatural drama series Angel. He began his acting career in the early 1990s and quickly gained recognition for his charismatic performances. His untimely death at a young age shocked fans. Ted Ross. He was born in June 1934 and he died in September 2002. His age was 68 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. Ted Ross was an American actor and singer, most famous for his role as the Cowardly Lion in the 1975 Broadway musical The Wiz, a role he reprised in the 1978 film adaptation. He also had a recurring role on the television sitcom Benson. Ross has a powerful voice and a commanding stage presence. George Roy Hill. He was born in December 1921 and he died in December 2002. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Parkinson's disease. George Roy Hill was an American film director known for directing some of the most iconic and successful films of the 1960s and 1970s. He won an Academy Award for Best Director for The Sting. His films often featured strong male leads and buddy themes, and he had a talent for blending humor and drama. Merlin Santana. He was born in March 1976 and he died in November 2002. His age was 26 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide. Merlin Santana was an American actor best known for his roles as Romeo on the WB sitcom The Steve Harvey Show and as Stanley on The Cosby Show. He began acting as a child and appeared in several popular television series throughout the 1990s. His promising career was tragically cut short. Roone Arledge. He was born in July 1931 and he died in December 2002. His age was 71 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from prostate cancer. Roone Arledge was a groundbreaking American television executive who revolutionized sports and news broadcasting. As president of ABC Sports and later ABC News, he created Monday Night Football and Nightline, among many other innovative programs. He was known for his pioneering use of technology and storytelling in television. Heather Brooks. She was born in October 1916 and she died in November 2002. Her age was 86 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications after a surgery. Heather Brooks was an American pianist, singer, and composer known as the Queen of the Boogie. She rose to fame in the 1940s with her boogie-woogie piano style and smooth vocals, breaking racial barriers in the music industry. Her career spanned decades, influencing many musicians with her unique blend of jazz, blues, and R&B. Eddie Bracken. He was born in February 1915 and he died in November 2002. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from surgery. Eddie Bracken was an American actor who had a prolific career in film, television, and Broadway. He was particularly known for his comedic roles in Preston Sturges films of the 1940s, including The Miracle of Morgan's Creek. Bracken maintained a long and active career, appearing in films up until his later years. Kam Fong-chun. He was born in May 1918 and he died in October 2002. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Kam Fong-chun was an American actor best known for his role as Chin-Ho Kelly in the original Hawaii O5 television series. Prior to his acting career, he served as a Honolulu police officer. His calm demeanor and authentic portrayal made him a beloved character for the long-running show. Irma Franklin. She was born in March 1938 and she died in September 2002. Her age was 64 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cancer. Irma Franklin was an American singer, older sister of Aretha Franklin and Carolyn Franklin. She's best known for her powerful 1967 recording of Piece of My Heart, which was later famously covered by Janis Joplin. Irma had a strong voice and contributed backing vocals to many of her sister's recordings. Bruce Paltrow. He was born in November 1943 and he died in October 2002. His age was 58 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications of oral cancer and pneumonia. Bruce Paltrow was an American television and film director, producer, and writer. He was best known as the creator of the acclaimed medical drama Saint Elsewhere and the basketball-themed drama The White Shadow. He was also the father of actress Gwyneth Paltrow and director Jake Paltrow. Adolph Green. He was born in December 1914 and he died in October 2002. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Adolph Green was an American lyricist and screenwriter, forming one half of the legendary musical theater and film writing team Condon and Green with Betty Condon. They were responsible for the books and lyrics for classic musicals like On the Town and the screenplay for the iconic film Singing in the Rain. Their work is celebrated for its wit and sophistication. John Rawls. He was born in February 1921 and he died in November 2002. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. John Rawls was an American moral and political philosopher in the liberal tradition. He is widely considered one of the most influential political philosophers of the 20th century, best known for his seminal work, A Theory of Justice. His ideas on justice as fairness and the veil of ignorance profoundly impacted contemporary political thought. Mel Waldron. He was born in August 1925 and he died in December 2002. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Mel Waldron was an American jazz pianist and composer with a distinctive, often melancholic style. He was a prolific recording artist and composed for many notable jazz musicians, including Billie Holiday during her final years. Waldron spent much of his later career living and performing in Europe, developing a unique and influential sound. Jam Master Jay. He was born in January 1965 and he died in October 2002. His age was 37 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide. Jam Master Jay, born Jason Mizell, was an American musician and DJ, best known as the DJ of the legendary hip-hop group Run DMC. He was instrumental in shaping the sound of early hip-hop with his innovative scratching and beat-making. His untimely death in 2002 was a significant loss to the music world. Mickey Newbury. He was born in May 1940 and he died in September 2002. His age was 62 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was emphysema. Mickey Newbury was an American singer-songwriter known for his poetic lyrics and unique blend of country, folk, and pop music. He wrote numerous hit songs for other artists and was a key figure in the outlaw country movement. His American trilogy, A Melody of Traditional Songs, became a signature piece for Elvis Presley. Paul Williams. He was born in July 1915 and he died in September 2002. His age was 87 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Paul Williams was an American jazz and blues saxophonist, bandleader and songwriter. His record, The Hucklebuck, recorded in December 1948, was one of the most successful R&B records of the time. Ray Conniff. He was born in November 1916 and he died in October 2002. His age was 85 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was a fall and head injury. Ray Conniff was an American bandleader, arranger, and trombonist, famous for his easy listening, orchestrations, and the distinctive sound of Ray Conniff's singers. His album, characterized by wordless vocals, choruses, blending with instrumental melodies, sold millions worldwide. He produced numerous popular recordings throughout his long career. Richard Helms. He was born in March 1913 and he died in October 2002. His age was 89 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Richard Helms was an American intelligence officer who served as the Director of Central Intelligence (DCI) from 1966 to 1973. He was the only DCI to be convicted of contempt of Congress related to his testimony regarding CIA activities in Chile. Helm had a long and complex career within the intelligence community. Harry Hay. He was born in April 1912 and he died in October 2002. His age was 90 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Harry Hay was an American gay rights activist, considered one of the founders of the modern gay rights movement. He co-founded the Mattachine Society in 1950, one of the earliest gay rights organizations in the United States. He was a tireless advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and played a pivotal role in shaping the movement's early history. Paul Wellstone. He was born in July 1944 and he died in October 2002. His age was 58 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was plane crash. Paul Wellstone was an American academic and politician who served as a United States Senator from Minnesota from 1991 until his death in a plane crash in 2002. A progressive Democrat, he was known for his passionate advocacy for the poor, working families, and environmental protection. His death was a significant loss to American politics. Stan Rice. He was born in November 1942 and he died in December 2002. His age was 60 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was brain cancer. Stan Rice was an American poet and artist and the husband of acclaimed novelist Anne Rice. He published several collections of poetry known for their raw emotion and vivid imagery. Rice was also a painter whose work explored similar themes to his poetry. He was a significant influence on his wife's literary career. Herb Ritts. He was born in August 1952 and he died in December 2002. His age was 50 at the time of his death and the reason for his death were complications from pneumonia related to AIDS. Herb Ritts was an American fashion photographer known for his iconic black and white portraits of celebrities and supermodels. His distinctive style, characterized by a clean aesthetic and classical poses, captured the essence of the 1980s and 1990s. His work appeared in major magazines and influenced contemporary photography. Aileen Wuornos. She was born in February 1956 and she died in October 2002. Her age was 46 at the time of her death and the reason for her death was execution by lethal injection. Aileen Wuornos was an American serial killer who murdered 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990 while working as a prostitute. Her case garnered significant media attention and her life story was later adapted into the film Monster. She claimed self-defense for some of her killings, but was ultimately convicted and executed. Vern Winchell. He was born in October 1915 and he died in November 2002. His age was 87 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was cardiac arrest. Vern Winchell was an American businessman who founded Winchell's Donuts, a popular donut chain, and was instrumental in the expansion of Denny's restaurants. He was known for his entrepreneurial spirit and his ability to build successful restaurants franchises. Winchell left a significant mark on the American fast food landscape. Philip Berrigan. He was born in October 1923 and he died in December 2002. His age was 79 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Philip Berrigan was an American Catholic priest and peace activist, renowned for his radical acts of civil disobedience against war and nuclear weapons. He was a prominent figure in the anti-Vietnam War movement and later co-founded the Plowshares movement, engaging in direct actions against military hardware. His activism often led to imprisonment. Stephen Ambrose. He was born in January 1936 and he died in October 2002. His age was 66 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Stephen Ambrose was an American historian and biographer, best known for his popular works on American history, particularly on the Second World War. His books, including Band of Brothers and D-Day, June 6, 1944, brought historical events to a wide audience and often served as a basis for acclaimed television series. He founded the National Second World War Museum. Robert L. Forward. He was born in August 1932 and he died in September 2002. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Robert L. Forward was an American physicist and science fiction writer, known for his hard science fiction novels that incorporated cutting-edge scientific concepts. As a physicist, he specialized in gravitational wave detection and advanced propulsion systems. His fiction explored imaginative yet scientifically plausible scenarios. David Todd Wilkinson. He was born in May 1935 and he died in September 2002. His age was 67 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. David Todd Wilkinson was an American cosmologist and a pioneer in the study of the cosmic microwave background (CMB) radiation. He was instrumental in the experiments that confirmed the existence and properties of the CMB, providing strong evidence for the Big Bang theory. Wilkinson made significant contributions to our understanding of the early universe. Roberta Layton. She was born in April 1932 and she died in November 2002. Her age was 70 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cancer. Roberta Layton was an American drag racer. She was the first woman licensed by the National Hot Rod Association (NHRA) to race competitively. She was also the first woman to win a national title in the 1962 United States Nationals at Indianapolis in the JES class. Bob Hayes. He was born in December 1942 and he died in September 2002. His age was 59 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was kidney failure. Bob Hayes was an American athlete who achieved remarkable success in both track and field and American football. He won 2 gold medals in sprinting in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics and later had a successful career as a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, becoming the only person to win both an Olympic gold medal and a Super Bowl. Jerome Biffle. He was born in March 1928 and he died in September 2002. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pulmonary fibrosis. Jerome Biffle was an American track and field athlete who won a gold medal in the long jump at the 1952 Summer Olympics in Helsinki, Finland. He was a talented athlete who achieved success on the international stage. After his athletic career, he went on to become a teacher and a coach. Johnny Unitas. He was born in May 1933 and he died in September 2002. His age was 69 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Johnny Unitas was an American professional football player, widely considered one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. He spent the majority of his career with the Baltimore Colts, leading them to multiple championships and setting numerous passing records. Unitas was known for his leadership, toughness, and ability to perform in clutch situations. Aileen Regan. She was born in May 1906 and she died in October 2002. Her age was 96 at the time of her death and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Aileen Regan was an American Olympic swimmer and diver and the first woman to win Olympic medals in both sports. She won gold in springboard diving at the 1920 Antwerp Olympics and later added a silver and bronze in swimming and diving in 1924. Regan had a remarkably long life and remained connected to the Olympic movement. Mike Webster. He was born in March 1952 and he died in September 2002. His age was 50 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was heart attack. Mark Webster was an American professional football player who spent most of his career as a center for the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he was a key component of their dynasty in the 1970s. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. After his career, he suffered from brain damage linked to repeated head trauma, contributing to later research on CTE. Dave McNally. He was born in October 1942 and he died in December 2002. His age was 60 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was cancer. Dave McNally was an American professional baseball player who pitched for the Baltimore Orioles and Montreal Expos. He was a key member of the Orioles' dominant pitching staff in the 1960s and early 1970s, winning 20 or more games for consecutive seasons. McNally was also one of the plaintiffs in the landmark Messersmith-McNally free agency lawsuit. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.